They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Irving, the pass to Thompson. There's Davis with the 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Davis has got 7 points.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a...
Connects again from distance.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for second for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been. Thompson's shot is off.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
MP no good. Thompson outside. He drops it from range. Thompson's got 20.
Well, he's having a big scoring night, but he's doing it extremely efficiently. This is impressive.
And so it's Toronto. And they're up an insane amount going into the break. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets. We'll go for a different look here. Lively, he's checked in for Gafford. Flag comes in for Washington. Thompson, he's checked in for Marshall. And Irving is subbed in for Russell. MP's checked in for Toronto. And again for 3.
There it is, a shot that puts him tied at the top of the record books.
Masterclass in three-point shooting. Amazing. Pass to Flag. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Mamukelashvili. Mamukelashvili's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And good! There's another!
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. And here's Davis. Pass to Thompson. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Let's go with a 3. Mobo with the rebound. Toronto's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the 4th quarter. 4th quarter keeps moving along. Good! Another from 3.
Oh, hot as a tea kettle. He is just firing away, and he has set a new record for the most triples ever in an NBA game.
Breaking his own record. We knew his reputation and the kind of shooting display he can put on.
He takes a breather from his ongoing three-point barrage. What a game.
Doing damage on the road. You talk about a big-time performance.
Wow, he is piling up the threes. We're going to hear about this performance for years to come.
Barrett passes to MP. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Pass to Irving. Well, Tim, with the new CBA, we're likely to see a lot more multi-team trades just to make the money work.
Yeah, B.A., it's more complicated than ever to trade guys straight up.
And again!
And he's now tied for the 4th most points in a game ever. He is hitting everything.
It is truly one of the greatest games in league history. He can't miss.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Raptors.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for MP.
Yeah, no doubt. He was the most impactful player for their offense.
He got it again! Sensational!
Well, folks, he's now bested his own single-game record for points in a game with this simply incredible offensive explosion we've watched unfold. Congrats to him for now holding down 2 of the top 3 spots all time.
And we get paid to sit here and watch this excellence? What a special experience indeed. The emotion, the effort, the intensity throughout this game has been remarkable to witness. And everyone in this building recognizes the brilliant piece of basketball history that we've been lucky enough to watch. So it's the Raptors, winning this one easily. To walk into it.
About game time, when you're paying time.
beat off if I ain't tripping on it. I'm just on it. Not no fool man without no. You got little cousin, don't slide it, won't. Yeah. Witness. Can't seem to shake the clips of horror. Love from the killer to that shit. Got me for it. Stop hating on your war story. Yeah. Another hot. We need some more. Be up the motion, know that been a score. Yeah. Brother, tell me what we on. I'm on the same.
Time to talk endorsements. You're in the NBA now, so that opens up a lot of doors for us.
Yeah, okay, drop some knowledge on me, Austin.
Okay, now, the deals available to you are driven largely by your...
Yeah, I mean, that all looks great.
Hey, there he is.
What's up, MP?
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And our reporter tonight on the sideline is Allie LaForce. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Raptors. On Wednesday, they'll be playing against Alperen Şengün and the Houston Rockets. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up with Darius Garland and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for that matchup against the Grizzlies, that one, the 7th on the season for them, the team's still looking to improve each time they take the floor.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. Emmanuel quickly out there with MP. And it's Barrett at the small forward. And Greg, now that we have a new season underway, what's most important for these teams to remember right now?
That it's a long season, Kevin. And I know we say that a lot, but it's the truth. And to just remember, there's going to be plenty of ups and downs during the course of the year.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Pass to Pirtle, back to MP. Hits it from three-point range. MP's got 5 points so far.
MP letting it fly. with no hesitation.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. We chatted about Scotty Barnes. In terms of the game plan, coach told me they plan to give Scotty extra attention, saying, quote, "We'll try to make things hard on him. It's key we don't allow him to get into an early groove. We'll see if they can execute." Kevin, back over to you.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. Kicks it out to Johnson. And the 3 off target. Raptors have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, the future is looking bright for the Spurs. On and off the court, they pledged over $1 billion for a new arena and surrounding civic improvements in downtown San Antonio. I'm told nothing with the project has been finalized just yet. Clearly, the Spurs are looking to help finance a new state-of-the-art arena in the near future, around Victor Wembanyama, no less.
Yep, a wonderful organization. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting.
And MP is one of those guys you just love watching because he plays with such confidence, hunger, and a smile.
Castle misses. Raptors are gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And here's MP for 3. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Fox against Pirtle. Here's Wembanyama for 3. And Pirtle pulls it down. MP passes to Quickly. And a wide open look for MP. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Oh, man, off to a terrific start. Yet to miss with 6 made buckets.
Vassell kicks to Fox. Off the run. They get the rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
What willpower from Castle, fighting to get his team that second look at the basket.
MP fires from way outside. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Spurs trail by 11. Johnson, a wide open look, tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The 3 from MP. And again, Toronto with the triple.
When MP is having a night like this, you just can't keep him from getting the ball.
Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against Brooklyn. Outside, Fox. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Fox has got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Spurs. And here's MP for 3. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9. Fox is double. Spurs have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Castle finds Wembanyama. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Just a big-time answer from Wembanyama following up that 3.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And there's the bucket from MP.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Spurs trail by 14. Here's Fox. Again, the Spurs good for 2. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. From outside the arc, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
How about the confidence right there by young MP, just stepping right into that 3.
The wide open look here for Fox. And a miss there on the triple. And here's MP for beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
Talk about being poised under pressure. Big-time shot from him there.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Raptors. An historic feat during the quarter, launching and making a phenomenal number of 3-pointers like never seen before. Only in the NBA. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's take a moment here to get your guys. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Nobody near Barnes. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. GA now in year 3 under Darko Rajakovic. The Raptors are staying the course.
His contract runs through next season, and he's all in on developing these young players and getting the best out of them.
Pass to Sohan. Back to Fox. The 3. Rebound by the Raptors.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
As they set their sights on locking up the win, he has to do everything in his power to make this happen.
Spurs trail by 21. Fox from outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper. Fox has got 11 points.
Continuing to add to his tally with that triple. Now his 3rd of the game.
And here's MP for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. MP's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Raptors. And here is Harper. Turned in an outstanding game against Brooklyn. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, guys. Well, the Spurs are on the rise. Victor Wembanyama said, quote, "I've been on board since day one. We know it's not going to be a straight line. There will be ups and downs. This is not easy, but I'm very confident in the will that my guys have. The long term is never being questioned." Back to you.
They'll get there for sure. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Harper's shot, good.
Locked and loaded. Harper got it away like he never even had it.
And here's MP for 3. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Back to Harper. Fires for 3. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. And the speed of De'Aaron Fox. Wow. GA, he gets up the court in a hurry.
And you combine his water bug quickness with the towering size of Wembanyama. It's a 1-2 punch that promises to confound opponents for years to come.
Pass to Sohan. Fox against MP. That one goes in. Fox has got 8 points here in this quarter.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
The 3 from MP. Connects again from distance.
Another 3. I'm not sure I've seen a better 3-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for 3-point shots made. And San Antonio calls the first time out of the game. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Johnson comes in for Sohan. Vassell, he's checked in for Barnes. And Stephon Castle subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Then for the Raptors, Pirtle, and again for 3.
It has been raining threes for him tonight, alone at 4th in the all-time single-game triples list.
Guys, he cannot miss. They have to keep feeding him, right? How many more can he hit? Let's keep counting. With the teardrop, basket is good. The assist from Barnes. MP's got 59 points. Well, it was the Raptors winning their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Quickly against Castle. Six to shoot. Looking to end the run. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Toronto Raptors with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We come back right after this.
Taking a look here now at Toronto. It's still too early to tell. I mean, can't judge a movie based on the first 15 minutes.
Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Toronto Raptors. And that about wraps it.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to...
Another bucket! Wow!
And another stunning accomplishment in his career. He's now tied for fourth most 60-point games in league history.
He is one of the most exciting offensive players the NBA has ever seen. In fact, I don't think you can make an argument against that. And Greg, everyone talks about the importance of basketball IQ. Can you win in the NBA with a low IQ team?
Boy, it would be tough. I mean, there's a reason younger teams typically don't win at the highest level.
But good, another from three.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. Vassell finds Fox. Back to Vassell. Offensive rebound. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. And good! There's another.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Pass to Castle. Here's Johnson. For three, Vassell hands it from downtown. Vassell's got 5 points so far.
And this is something Vassell has really improved. Now you have to guard him closely from deep.
You can be sure, GA, that as the Spurs build this team, there will be no shortcuts.
Well, they're surely eyeing that group 8 hours north in OKC. Another young core that's not going anywhere. If the Spurs want to contend, the standard's been set.
And Wembanyama throws it down.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish.
And again for three.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Quickly the pass to MP. Connects again from distance.
And he's outclassed his own
previous record. A new number for the second most single-game triples. Just a master cannoneer.
Firing away, making a little history in the process. What an honor to witness this. What an honor to be here. He is, quite simply, as good. Another from three.
He's scorching hot. Another three.
And he's approaching the franchise record for threes in a game. Three-pointer, Fox. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor.
And another one falls.
He has been simply unstoppable.
And he's now third all-time for points in a game. One for the ages. Fox kicks to Vassell. .109 left in the third quarter. To stop the run, and he makes that one. Vassell's got 5 points in the quarter. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. Fires from way outside. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's got 5 rebounds tonight. Wembanyama, a screen on Barrett. Vassell, no good. On the wing, MP. And again for three.
And of course it falls for him. That three pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Fox from outside. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. The three from MP. Good! Another from three.
The barrage continues, and he's now broken his own record. It's a new mark for the most triples ever in a game.
He said it. If anyone's going to do it, it may as well be me. And he keeps raising the bar. Higher and higher. Triple after triple. Catch him if you can. And so it's the Toronto Raptors holding it up. Welcome back, everyone, as we continue on a record-setting. San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Johnson comes in for Sohan. Vassell, he's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And Castle is subbed in for Harper. The Raptors also with a sub. MP's checked in. Fox and Castle are their guards. Johnson and Wembanyama make up the 4 and the 5. And it's Vassell in at the 3. That's the San Antonio 5. Here's MP. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Castle, no one around him. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
That jump shot has been the biggest question mark for Castle, so it's good to see him shooting with confidence.
The 3 from MP. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got his 3rd assist on the night. San Antonio's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Vassell, no good.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
And here's MP for 3. Johnson with the rebound. Here's San Antonio now. They're on a 15-3 run. Vassell finds Wembanyama. Three-pointers off the mark. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. And the shot goes down.
We talk about MP's confidence a lot. There he showed it, pulling up off the dribble and nailing the shot.
Fox passes to Wembanyama. An easy 2 points on the layup. 11 points for Victor Wembanyama.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Raptors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only...
And got it! Another basket!
Can you believe it? He's done the unthinkable and tied the record for most points in a game.
Nobody can deny that this is one of the greatest individual efforts, GA, we've seen, not just in basketball, but I dare say in any sport. Complete scoring dominance.
And people have talked about records that could...
And another one!
I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. A new single-game scoring record.
Oh, history being made as we speak. Unbelievable.
And MP now has one of the all-time records in sports history, passing Wilt's 100 mark. I never thought I'd see the day. And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Johnson kicks to Vassell. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Here's MP. Count it.
Operation Feed the Horse. Feed him early and...
We're about ready to rock steady.
MP, right here. Right here. Come on, MP.
Wow, Frank. Somewhere an angel just got their win.
my guy